Hello and welcome to another CoffeeCast from Roofers Coffee Shop. My name is Heidi Ellsworth and we are here today to talk about the Owens Corning Tech Stack. Yes, this is one of several videos that you'll be watching about all of the partners who are in that tech stack, and it is exciting. It is a tool that every contractor needs. So let's get started with some introductions. So first of all, welcome gentlemen, John, Dave, and John.
Thank you, Heidi. Good to be here.
Thank you.
So let's start with an introduction. John Gardner, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do with Owens Corning?
For sure. Good to see you, Heidi. John, Dave, good to see you as well. And as you said, I'll start with my name, John Gardner. I'm with Owens Corning. And I've been with Owens Corning for about 13 years. And, I've been in the industry since the 90s. So Heidi, that dates me just a little bit. But all that being said is today I head up our training and development platform, as well as our strategic partnerships. And what does that mean? It means that what I work on are all components, resources, and tools that we invest in heavily to help our contractors scale and solve problems. And all of these resources are wrapped around and built within our contractor program. So super excited to be here today talking about the tech stack, specifically with Lee, who has been such a great partner of ours over the years, and particularly when we started building this out. So thank you so much for having me here today, Heidi. Love it.
Oh, man, this has been so great. I love the information we're getting from it. Dave, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do with Owens Corning?
Sure. Dave Banas, Digital Contractor Manager here at Owens Corning. And next week will be 5 years I've been here, not quite as long as John has been with Owens Corning. But my role here is to help contractors understand and implement technology to help them get more work and get work done.
I love it. I love it. And John, please introduce yourself and tell us about your company.
Yep. Thanks for having me, guys. My name is John Marigliano. I'm one of the sales managers over here on Leap and Sales Pro. Been with the company for about 3 years now. And even prior to that, I actually have home improvement experience. So I worked for multiple exterior remodeling companies for a good period of time before that.
That's great. Such an awesome product, such a great software that you all have. So before I want to jump into that, but John, first of all, can you kind of remind everybody about the Owens Corning Tech Stack and really how it works?
Sure. Yeah, 100%. And as the name indicates, it's about technology that's designed and should work with one another, right? So let's boil that down. Part of what Dave and I have been working on for the last 2 years, in conjunction and in part of our program, is really leaning in on some of the most critical areas that are helping our contractors scale. And that's all around technology. So regardless of what part of the business, whether it's sales, marketing, production, install, all of these components are really important. Without one of them, the business is sunk. But behind the scenes for all that is technology. And we've seen this over the course of time, certainly in the last 5 years in the roofing space, maybe a little bit longer, is the introduction of technology is here. And it's coming here at a feverish pace. And so what that means is that our contractors really have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what's the best technology for me? Which one should I select? How do I know which ones are better than others? And so at the end of the day, what we have done is we've done all of that background work. We've done all the legwork of understanding and picking apart technologies to find the best in class. And once we find the best in class, it's not good enough there. Technology to be great has to integrate with one another. Without integration, you're kind of halfway there. So when you look at the tech stack and what we put together in conjunction with our partners, including Leap, is introducing a technology solution that's totally integrated. And what that means is if I'm looking at the homeowner, and that homeowner is my North Star, that homeowner is what I want to be excellent at. Technology is going to be used to make sure that experience with a homeowner from the very beginning to the end is absolutely on spot and perfect, because that results in a referral or a review, something else that's going to drive the business forward. And so when we look at this technology and the tech stack itself, It is a critical part of what we bring to the market for our contractors. And we're really proud of what we've developed in partnership with our business solutions partners, because it is game changing, and it will help our contractor scale and solve some of those most difficult challenges.
So important and such a great need in the industry right now. I tell you. So let's talk about these important technologies. So, John, can you please tell us about your technology and how it fits into that tech stack?
Yeah, 100%. So with Sales Pro, really what we are is the digital estimating and document generation software for estimators and sales reps. Really what this is designed to do is really be everything that an estimator or sales guy really needs when they're out in the field in front of a customer. So puts it all into one nice neat package. So they have everything from estimating, contract generation, price presentation, financing, payment capture, everything that they could possibly need all in one application.
Yeah, and that technology, I mean, when you think about it, this is something that was very manual. I mean, I put together a couple pitch books in my day. And so now it's all online. Your sales pros and your estimators can really create and deliver that customer experience that is expected in today's world. Talk just a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when it comes down to it, I mean, really having everything that you need from a salesperson's perspective is so important. Like you were saying, Heidi, I mean, frankly, the industry is a little bit behind the times in a lot of areas when it comes to having pitch books and pricing on paper and doing carbon copy contracts and everything like that. So it's one of those things where our customers are ever changing and evolving, and we need to be obviously evolving with it. So with our platform, again, you have this entire application that's going to do everything that you need, from the estimating to actually building out the roof, all the way through signing a contract and presenting price and doing financing. So it really puts your best foot forward as far as professionalism, and it makes sure that really helps to automate that process for the sales rep or the estimator as well.
So, Dave, when you really look at, we talked about the very beginning, bringing the leads in, the marketing, but nothing really happens until a sale is made. So this is so important as part of an important piece of software. How do you see it fitting in and really helping to drive the tech stack?
Yeah. So after the homeowner's information is collected into your CRM, and then it's assigned to your salesperson, and they go to the appointment using Sales Pro, right? They have that information there from the homeowner. They can pull that up if they've um, used any type of measurement service like Hover View, right? They can pull the measurements in for that address, and that will help them populate and come up with that estimate. With Sales Pro, you can control your pricing too, right? If you have any pricing updates, they can be done from one area, and all your sales reps get the updated pricing. You have the ability to offer that homeowner to take a look at good, better, bet. If you have that set up where they have options, you can go through, you can select different options, and it does it in a nice format, nice presentation that can be controlled centrally, and is very impressive to the homeowner, and it also helps to develop that trust. And then if they're looking to move forward, as John mentioned, there's financing capabilities. There's integration with Service Finance, another one of our business solution partners, and you can offer that homeowner financing. And you can, capture all the information about that job, what shingles they pick, what, other components they pick, and have it all in there and have guardrails up so that no mistakes are made. Anywhere that a homeowner needs to either sign or capture, their initials, it's all done right there. So nothing is missed, and makes it very simple to stay organized and, really come off as a top contractor.
Yeah, it really does. So, um, John, as you're looking at this, your integration, you integrate with a lot of folks, and you're integrating also with Job Nimbus, which is part of the tech stack. Can you talk to us about how Leap and Sales Pro really integrate into the tech stack and how important that is?
Yeah, so it integrates with just about all of the other solutions, with the exception of Art Unlimited and Podium. Those are obviously more on the marketing side of things, anyways. So there's not really a need for us to integrate with those. But when it comes to Job Nimbus, we have a direct partnership and integration with them. You're able to dispatch your appointments right out of Job Nimbus. Those are going to get get automatically pulled into the corresponding sales reps sales pro account, and they'll be able to run with that. In addition, they'll any document that gets generated, so if they sign a contract or if they present a price, that's going to get automatically uploaded to that customer's job within Nimbus, and then they'll actually be able to disposition or result out the lead back into job Nimbus and move it into the next stage of the workflow. And then as far as the other ones are concerned, like Dave was saying before, Hover, you can pull a Hover report, and then you can just with a click of a button, you can bring that report into Sales Pro, and it'll automatically fill in all of the measurements. So whether it be squares, linear footage, anything like that, it can pull all of those different points into Sales Pro and help to automate that process for the sales rep. Company Cam, we can take all of the photos on a Company Cam job, and we can bring those into a proposal or a price presentation or into a contract to really make sure that you're communicating properly with your customer and to your back office team as well. And then lastly, with Engage, we also integrate directly with them. You can have your Engage presentations built out right within Sales Pro. So it's a very fluid process. When the sales rep is, doing their estimating, they can very easily go in their Engage presentation, put the, do a company story or do a product demo out of that, and then they can come right back into here and sign a contract with the customer as well. So really links everything all together.
John Gardner, I mean, when you think about this, well, how powerful is this for the contractors and the companies out there?
Yeah, it's impressive with Sales Pro and Leap. You think about the responsibilities that all technologies have within the stack itself. You'd be hard pressed to find outside of the CRM the complexity and the work that Sales Pro is doing on behalf of the company when it's performing. And so, when I think about John, as you were kind of walking through that, for me, right up front is that whole experience. So, Heidi, to your question, the Sales Pro and this piece of the technology is so important because you have such limited time with the homeowner to, I'll say, impress them. But what I mean by that is get them to buy into what you're sharing with them, educate them on the content, provide urgency to them, get them excited about purchasing a new roof. And so at the front end of Sales Pro is doing an amazing job, and all the while being integrated into the bigger part, right? The bigger element of the entire tech stack. But just as important as the front end is all the work that Sales Pro is doing on the back end, that's allowing the business to give that salesperson the freedom, the autonomy, and all the expertise they have in the home to sell it. But at the same time, the business is being managed very appropriately by Sales Pro, meaning I've set up my good, better, best. I've set up my guardrails. I know what my margins are. I know what my bottom line is on my both my revenue and my bottom line. And I'm able to integrate all of that into financing and et cetera, et cetera. And so as an owner of a company, the technology and the integration of this particular technology into the stack is critical. But said a different way, Heidi, is this could be one of those pieces that could be game changer for contractors, because you could have the best in class installer, the best in class, marketing, the best in class, etc. But if you fall short on the sales side, if you don't allow the salesperson to do their job, but also stand it up so that they're doing it appropriately, then it's all for naught. And so this is just as important, if not one of the most critical elements of the tech stack. And that's why we love the work that Sales Pro is doing behind the scenes and in front with the contractor and the homeowner.
It is so important. Sales. I mean, it kind of is what makes the world go round. I mean, you got to bring the revenue in, and then you have to have great installations. And so it's able to really take that customer through that whole process. So, John, really, one of the last questions we have is, when you look at the importance of a strong tech stack, and you kind of talked about this earlier, important tech stack for the roofing company, and then you look at the compatibilities and the integrations that come with the Owens Corning Tech Stack, why is it important that roofing contractors focus in on their tech stack?
So really just to make your jobs that much easier, specifically on the Sales Pro side of things. I mean, the entire point of all this is you want to empower your sales guys and allow them to focus on what they do best, which is obviously spending time with the customer and getting them sold, stuff like that. In addition, it's going to allow them to be able to get the estimate out in their hands quicker, be able to present price, and in a lot of cases, even ask for the business on that first appointment, whereas they may have otherwise not been able to. So when it comes to tech stack, like I said, really just connecting all the dots. It helps to streamline the process from front to back and to make it so they're not going between 20 different softwares trying to figure out how all these things work, and being able to get from one place to another the easiest route possible. That's really the value behind the tech stack, I think.
Yeah, so great. Well, gentlemen, thank you again. Great information. I've learned so much. John, thank you for joining us on this CoffeeCast. And John and Dave, we have more videos coming up. And plus, if anyone, be sure to check out our final video where we're going to summarize up all of these great interviews that we had. So John, Dave, John, thank you so much for being on this segment of the CoffeeCast.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And remember, everyone, this is just one of several videos in this playlist that will help you create your tech stack and how important that is. Stay tuned, watch them all, and check it out. We'll be back soon. Thanks.